Sean and Nicky, thanks a lot for coming today. You've chosen to be here rather than in Little Marlow because we've just played the Spice Girls, and you didn't get the invite to Mel B's wedding, I'm assuming.
No.
No.
Anyway.
Who's Mel B? Oh, shut up. She's in the charts for you.
Got 8 number ones.
How are you both?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah, not too bad. Bit tired.
Yeah, it's a bit early and...
Very early.
Sundays don't agree with you then?
No, it's just, I wanted to lay in bed and watch Commonwealth games this morning, but I'd be dragged in here and do a sound check.
Grumble. What are your first impressions of the setup here today?
I actually came to see Super Furry Animals down here, I think it was 2 years ago, and they did a tent thing here. It was only 2,000, but that was fantastic. So I'm sure today will be good as well.
Yeah, the tent is gorgeous, though. I mean, peaks and troughs, and it's all kind of medieval.
It's supposed to be, everyone goes about the Stone Roses gig in Glasgow Green in the tent, and various other ones, so tents always seem to be good. Yeah.
What are your memories of Cardiff gigs, past and present? Your first gig that you played in Cardiff?
There was 2 people there, one of which was Richie's sister.
At the Square Club.
At the Square Club. And the other person there was our manager. Yeah. It was actually mental. So that
no longer exists.
Doesn't it?
No.
What about the last time that you played here? When was that?
CIA. Can't remember. Quite a couple of years ago now.
Our last Christmas, the Christmas before.
Yeah. That's where you're returning to in December. You're doing two more dates in
Well, we sold 2 out in 4 hours, so we've had to add another one, actually. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
That's incredible, isn't it?
But, we're doing another one.
It's on the 22nd.
3 nights
which is a Tuesday night.
Will there be anybody else left in Cardiff that hasn't seen the Manics by the end of that?
No.
Probably not. How much time have you spent here in the past in Cardiff, is it?
Absolutely loads.
Have you?
All shopping trips were down here. James used to busk down here all the time, and then we'd busk.
Oh, and that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
We recorded the Holy Bible here as well.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier on about how annoying it is that a lot of A&R people don't bother making the trip down here.
Well, they didn't used to. I think it's changed a bit now, but I mean...
That's because they read in the papers that it's where you have to go.
Yeah, but when we started, well, we didn't even try when we started, we didn't bother trying to get anyone down here at all.
Can you remember any gigs that you actually went to around here?
Yeah, I remember seeing Sonic Youth in university, Bob Mould in university. So I went to see Gary Newman in King David's Hall.
Did you? Have you seen him lately?
Berserker tour?
I don't want to either.
And how's it all been going for you over the last week or so, compared with what it's like with Everything Must Go? Has it been more relaxed this time round, or more enjoyable?
It seems like the most hectic I've ever been in my life. I'm so disorganised. I'm a very organised person, and I don't know where the hell I am. And we've been to Madrid and Stockholm and everywhere else in the last couple of days, so we had 1 day off yesterday and now it's back into it.
It must be, you can't enjoy the aspect of not being at home very much.
I hate it, I got home yesterday, did my bit of cleaning, and then I tried to pack, and then I wanted to take the dog for a walk, and I wanted to go and see the ice hockey, so it was like cramming everything in. Have
you found yourself in any farcical situations, any kind of great European telephone interviews?
We're trying to break Europe this time, Joe, so...
Are you?
Yeah.
No, there has been.
Although I was asked what was my favourite Black Sabbath lineup, and I have to admit that I didn't like Black Sabbath.
Well, it's got to be the first lineup, the classic lineup.
Oh yeah, that's why I said it has to be Aussie or nothing.
You've taken to the high life with this, I've seen you with the odd glass of, was it champagne or baby sham in your hand?
It was champagne, actually, yeah.
Was it? But in the baby sham sort of glass?
Yeah.
So have you just rediscovered alcohol and quite enjoying yourself?
No, it made me feel terrible, actually, but it had to be done. It's not very often you'd be number one. It's probably our first and last time. So, how
did you cope with getting up the next morning?
Actually, I got up at 8 o'clock. And I was ready by 10:08, and we were due to leave at 8:30.
And then you read the watch. You were prone, I'm sure.
And I did my little sound check at, TFI, and went up to Top of the Pops and did it all fine.
Whenever Sean gets wrecked, he makes a point of showing his art the next day,
Really?
Whereas I'm laying in bed going, cancel everything. Sean's there like a
I'm there, packed.
I should qualify that this is actually this was the week after you got your number one record, and there was a bit of a celebration about that. And the Truth Box, tell us about that briefly, because that's in Cardiff tomorrow between 10 and 12 o'clock, I think, in the Virgin Megastore.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
Kind of. I was and girls, our product manager, and Angie, we were very close to.
And you told your truth, have you?
Yeah, we did it. We've done ours. And they mainly consider James's feet.
James's feet?
Yeah, being so bad.
We've tried Dyson sponsorship. Now we've tried Mycel, athlete's foot powder.
Favourite tracks off the album at the moment? That's out tomorrow as well.
My Little Empire for me.
My Little Empire.
Yeah.
Tsunami. everlasting.
We're going to play If You Tolerate This, which is the single, and we're going to talk to you more just before you go on stage.
Okie dokie.
So this is Manic and If You Tolerate This. Coming live at Huddersfield in Cardiff, and Sean and Nicky with us just before, you got just a bit before you go on stage, and I just want to find out, have you done the funfair bit yet? Are you likely to indulge in any funfair rides?
Never, no. The last time I went on a funfair was in Disneyland or Disney World in California. And the only reason why we did it was the enemy.
I was going to ask James if he'd learnt all his lines because he was a bit nervous about that the other day.
You would have heard him in Ireland. Do da da do da da. Latris there's
Cleo Lane scat. So.
Johnny Dankworth and Cleo Lane. Mind you, I couldn't remember the bass part, so I can't have a go.
What tracks? I don't want to ask you. I don't want to go and give it all away. But are you going to be playing old and new stuff today? Doing 4 numbers.
Yeah, we're only going to do Tolerate and then oldies.
Right.
What the kids want a year.
Okay, and you've got the smaller dates coming up.
Yeah.
God, you are going to be exhausted, aren't you?
Yeah, well, as soon as we finish this tonight, we're doing a signing down in Virgin at midnight for the new record. And then we go straight to Kettering in the morning to start.
You must be really excited about playing new stuff, actually, finally getting out there and getting reaction to it as well.
I don't know, I always find it difficult concentrating on new songs.
Do you?
Yeah, I prefer going to autopilot and just jumping around.
You are lying, though. How do you function as a band before you go on stage, just before? How do the nerves manifest?
Toilet, for me.
Yeah? Do you have a special Manic's toilet just by the dressing room? Or do you have to use... What do they call it? No, backstage ones.
The occasional dustbin. Yeah.
Just ended,
really quiet.
It comes out of both ends.
No, number one. So to speak.
And James, you can give away his secrets while he's there. Do you get nervous?
He does a bit of a warm-up. You hear him doing a bit of an operatic warm-up.
Does he?
Sort of thing, yeah.
Like he almost sort of screams his head off.
He does his warm-up and then has a whiskey and a fag.
Yeah.
You don't get stroppy with each other or kind of...
No.
Is there it's quite silent?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really talk to each other that much before we go on stage.
And do you have any rituals before you go on stage? You kind of do those funny handshakes or...
No.
No?
Just get out there and do it.
I used to rub liniment on and put all my bandages on my knees and stuff and drive them out. It used to be like a football changing room. Yeah. Where I stopped doing that now. Sean used to put his plasters on.
And I used to wear gloves, but...
You just hardened to it all now.
Yeah, we don't care.
But you've got your sciatica is playing up today as well.
I got a terrible sciatica from the ice house last night.
What was it last night?
Just a Cardiff Devils playing 1-3-0, so it was good.
Good. Well, have a good time tonight. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks a lot for doing it.
Thanks.